There was noticeable improvement in round two, but it wasn't enough. Not on this stage, not against this level of competition, and certainly not after the wreckage of round one. Final total, +14. The match play cut, +2, a canyon-sized gap. One that no amount of pedigree, pressure, or famous last name could close, in a tournament built on potential. Charlie's performance became a cautionary tale, and BC Sports didn't sugarcoat it. One of the highest profile exits of the week. Not because he posted the worst score, but because he carried the weight of the highest expectations. The spotlight he walked into wasn't earned, was inherited. And when the game pushed back, it did so without sympathy. Golf doesn't care who your father is. It only cares what number you write on the scorecard. And Charlie's scorecard told the story clearly and harshly. Over 2 days, 4 double bogeys, more missed fairways than hit ones, and a putting stroke that never found rhythm. The scorebook doesn't whisper. It doesn't spin a narrative. It just tells the truth in black and white. And the truth is this: Charlie Woods wasn't ready. But here's the twist. We've seen him bounce back before. Coral Springs, the playoff, the nerves, the clutch birdie. He's proven he has that fire. He's proven he can rise. But this wasn't Coral Springs. This was louder, harsher, more exposed. This was national television. This was Tiger walking beside you, silently, every step. Now, the challenge isn't just about making a cut. It's about making peace with failure. Because moments like this don't end with a handshake or a highlight reel. They end with questions. And the biggest one of all, is this the beginning of a breakthrough? Or a much-needed humbling for a teenager chasing greatness? Greatness doesn't follow a schedule even when your last name is Wu. Charlie's scorecard is complete. But the real test, that's only just begun. Because his story didn't end this week, it started. Day 2. The Texas heat simmered across Trinity Forest Golf Club. But the most intense pressure didn't come from the weather. It radiated from a single quiet figure in the gallery. Tiger Woods, hat pulled low, arms folded, lips sealed. The most dominant golfer of all time stood silently as his son fought to hold onto a tournament slipping through his fingers. No fist bumps, no head nods, no words of encouragement. This wasn't the smiling dad we'd seen at junior events. This wasn't the relaxed Tiger offering advice after rounds at the AJGA. This was different. And everyone felt it from the ropes to the fairways. Tiger's intensity is legendary. But he's also always known when to offer a glance, a quiet word, a signal that said, "I'm here." Not today, as Charlie lined up putts and struggled through his swing. The cameras caught Tiger, standing motionless, watching, but distant. The ESPN broadcast noticed. The gallery whispered. Yahoo Sports called it eerily quiet around the Woods camp. You expect cheers, maybe even frustration. But not silence this loud, and so the speculation began. Was this deliberate? A father letting his son fight a loner life lesson in resilience? Or was it something deeper? Disappointment? Frustration? Was even Tiger unsure what to say? Golf Channel analysts wondered aloud, is the pressure starting to crack both of them? Because this wasn't just a bad round at a local tournament. This was the US Junior Amateur, the national spotlight. And nobody on earth knows better than Tiger what that spotlight can do to a teenager with a famous name and sky-high expectations. Sometimes, silence speaks louder than applause, louder than swing critiques. Sometimes, it says everything. Dallas, Texas. July 22, 2025. The air at Trinity Forest Golf Club that morning wasn't thick with humidity, was thick with anticipation. The 2025 U.S. Junior Amateur Championship was in full swing, with over 250 of the country's most elite junior golfers ready to compete. But despite the deep field, the attention cameras, spectators, whispers all centered around one name: Charlie Woods, fresh off a dramatic playoff victory at Coral Springs to win the AJA qualifier. Charlie arrived not as just another competitor, but as the headline act. Golf Digest called it the most anticipated junior debut in recent memory. The gallery was packed. Social media buzzed, and inside the ropes, a familiar figure stood silent. Tiger Woods' arms folded, hat pulled, low eyes locked on his son's every swing. When Tiger walks the course, the world notices. But let's be clear, Charlie wasn't coasting on his father's name. At just 15, he had earned this stage. He battled through Florida qualifiers, handled media pressure with maturity, and flashed the kind of talent that made even PGA Tour pros take note. This wasn't nepotism. It was hard-earned momentum. Still, the moment was massive. NBC Sports described it as a pressure cooker disguised as a tee box. The first hole wasn't just a par for it, was a statement. And as Charlie stepped up, jaw clenched and posture firm, the tension was visible. The crowd fell silent for his opening swing. But that swing didn't set the tone. The rest of the round did. The storm that followed wasn't overhead, it was inside Charlie's game. From the very first hole, things spiraled. He entered with confidence, pedigree, and form, but what followed was one of the toughest rounds of his young career. By the end of the day, he had shot an 81, 11 over par, tied for 242nd out of 264 players. It wasn't just a rough outing. It was a collapse. The front nine was brutal, for double bogeys wrecked any early rhythm. Tee shots strayed into the rough. Approach shots flew long. Chips came up short. Every swing looked like a battle for composure. Golf Monthly didn't hold back, calling it an uphill task from here before day 2 had even begun. When analysts start writing you off mid-tournament, you know how steep the road ahead is. By the turn, Charlie's body language told the story, defeated before the leaderboard even confirmed it. And then came the look. A quick glance at Tiger, captured by Yahoo Sports. A single moment that said everything, and then back down again. No fist pumps. No eye contact. Just a teenager unraveling under the weight of the moment, with the greatest golfer of all time watching from just 5 yards away. Yet despite everything, Charlie kept grinding. A few birdie chances came and went. One putt finally fell, but any glimmer of a comeback vanished almost instantly. Another missed fairway, another missed green, another slow walk to the next tee with shoulders just a little more slumped. The scoreboard kept climbing. His confidence kept slipping. By the time Charlie reached the 18th, he no longer looked like a rising star chasing match play. He looked like a kid searching for the nearest exit. The question wasn't, can he win? It became, can he even make it through this? According to data compiled by NBC Sports and WFAA, Charlie Woods didn't just struggle. He posted one of the statistically weakest performances of the entire 264-player field. The numbers were brutal. Fairways hit, bottom percentile, he missed. More than he found, leaving himself scrambling on almost every hole. His driver, normally a weapon, was completely out of sync.